Exactly. I can understand that.
And they changed it, and I said, well, maybe they really didn't understand the design, but that's okay. I mean, it's their car.
Okay, let's. You talked about the process of designing a car, Pantera, DeTomaso. How about Ferrari? You said, DeTomaso didn't breathe down your neck. What was the situation at Ferrari?
Well, Ferrari, that was a different. Ferrari, the 330, for example, the 330 plus 2 was a 2 plus 2 car with 4 headlights in the front. And when Ferrari first looked at the model, when he came by, Pino Farina looked at the car. The first thing he said, I wasn't there, but they told me. They said it looked too American. I don't know why, but he said the 4 headlights, he didn't like it. He went to the back of the car. Well, this looks too American also. Here I go on all the way from Detroit to Italy to design Italian cars. Ferrari comes along and says it looks too American. So Sergio Pino Farina, who was in charge of the project, said, "We'll wait. He'll come back and maybe you'll like it. If he doesn't like it, then we'll just have to change it." So he came back the second time. It was a little bit more mellow. So they just left the car there. It took him 3.5 months to finally say, okay the design, going into production. Now that car became his own private car. He used for 1.5 years as his own private driver, his car. So he finally came around to liking the car, because it took him a long time.
Or subconsciously he wanted to drive an American car.
No, not really. No, he didn't know. Of course,
they
didn't tell him that an American designed the car.
Yeah, right. That's interesting, because when I've looked at that car over the years, the last thing I ever thought was it looked American.
Well, I thought I had the same opinion also, but maybe Ferrari, I don't know why. It's a mystery to me.
What's your most interesting story that you could take away from the time at Ferrari? I mean, you had to witness some things there that maybe haven't been put in print.
Well, I'll tell you a story about another Ferrari design, the 375 California. Now, the 375 California was a big car, a long car that had long overhangs, and we made a model of the car in plastic, which is blank. So when we made that model, this did not involve Ferrari, but it involved Pino Farina. Pino Farina came around to see the car. He was semi-retired at the time. He came by to see the model, and he said it was a little too fat on the side of the car. We had done that on purpose because the car was very long. We wanted to blow the sides of the car so it looked a little bit shorter. But he came along one day in the morning and said, it's just too fat. We had to take 3 or 4 millimeters off the side of the car. Now, if you work in plaster, if you know how to work in plaster, you have to take all the plaster off, put the plaster back on again, and then scrape it down to the right dimension. It takes about a week to do that. So the people inside the shop said, we're not going to do that. We're just going to paint the car a dark color. He'll come by and he won't notice. So after they painted the car, sure enough, the guy comes by. Pino Farina comes by in the morning. This is the morning now, my guess. He comes by and said, you see, it looks